So Emma Gonzalez has been very outspoken, and so is David Hogg. They are two of the survivors in the Florida shooting, and Leslie Gibson, who was running to represent District 57 in central Maine, decided that he was going to lash out at them a little while back. He called Hogg a moron and a bald-faced liar. Not a particularly classy move to do when he survived a school shooting and saw his friends getting massacred. And then he called Emma Gonzalez a skinhead lesbian. He got a lot of blowback for that, which I have to admit I was a little surprised by. I'm a little surprised by the conclusion I'm about to tell you, because I've gotten used to the barbarity within the Republican Party, and of course he's a Republican. So I was surprised that there was even any pushback, but there was. He was running at the time with nobody else in the race, no Democrat to oppose him, and no Republican in the primary. But by Friday, at least one Democrat, Aaron Gilchrist, and one Republican, Thomas Martin Jr., had entered the race, and Mr. Gibson had withdrawn. Wow. Well, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah. Down goes Gibson. Down goes Gibson. So when we covered the story of Gibson in the beginning, he had already started to backpedal and say, well, I didn't mean it, but it was obvious from all of his tweets and apologies that he, and his previous statements that in fact he did mean it. And when Gilchrist entered the race, we covered it one more time, and I said, I actually think she has an excellent chance of winning. And it turns out now she's the lone Democrat in the race, and the leader in the race has withdrawn. So yes, she stands a perfectly good chance of winning. But the Republican in the race is equally adamant, Martin saying the comments of Gibson gave the state a black eye, and then going on to say they weren't the true feelings of the state or the Republican Party or any party, I have to believe. But I don't believe that. That's why I have to confess that I am surprised by this turn of events. I'm surprised he withdrew, because their leader, the president, says things like this all the time. This is probably it would be the 13th most controversial thing he said in a week. So they tolerate everything he says. Other Republicans all across the country say terrible things all the time. They ran a child molester down in Alabama, and proudly so, and the Republican National Committee supported him. So these insults, I guess I've become inured to them and used to them, and I guess we shouldn't be used to them. And I guess I'm going to give credit to the Maine Republicans who drove him out, and obviously the Gilchrist as well, and Democrats who were also furious about it. Are there moderate Republicans left in the country? I'm a bit shell-shocked by that news, but I suppose there are enough that Leslie Gibson had to resign from the race for insulting these shooting victims. I know we're living a crazy time where I'm significantly surprised that attacking young students who were the victims in a massacre in their school is something that gets you eliminated from American politics. Should it? Of course it should. But the fact that it actually did in the Republican Party is, I guess, good news. So credit to everybody in Maine who fought back and made sure that this guy is not a representative of any citizen of Maine. Lo and behold, good news indeed. If you become a member of the Young Turks, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
So do it right now, tytnetwork.com/join. Get the whole Young Turks show every day.